What people, I am the Jiggiest, but on this channel, I'm only a little jiggy, you feel me? Welcome to episode 2 of my AOTW. Unfortunately, I've got to start this one with a more serious tone because a tragedy occurred a couple of weeks ago at the start of November. It's been reported that 10 people have passed, God rest their souls, and many more injured at Travis Scott's concert. Completely unnecessary and avoidable. But I'm not here to judge what happened. I'm sure that will be done in court. But I am here to give my opinion on how he responded. So my advice of the week is to learn how to apologize. If you haven't seen Travis's response already, pause this video, literally just type in Travis Scott apology and click on any of the videos with a black and white filter of Travis's face. He's probably got his eyes closed, one hand rubbing his eye or covering half of his face, and you'll understand when I mean it's not even an apology video. I'm pretty sure I didn't hear the word sorry or I apologize once. And I'll say it again, I'm not here to pass judgment because I actually believe everyone was to blame, from the security guards to his management, to Travis himself, to the fans themselves. Everyone had a part to play in the lives that were lost that day. But obviously, Travis is going to get the most attention because he's the face of it all. It's his concert, everyone was there for him. And yet the video he released was embarrassing. To be a 30-plus-year-old man and not know how to take accountability or to show any remorse is shameful. He genuinely looks like in the video that he just didn't want to be there and he just didn't know what to say, and he was sort of just waffling on about, yeah, we'll get some information and we'll let you know if there's any updates. I don't know if he's released anything since. I couldn't find anything when I had a little look online. I don't do the most amount of research, but I did have a little look. I couldn't really find anything to suggest that he has readdressed the issue, or at least actually apologized. I am recording this a couple weeks later, so if he has done by now, you know, if anyone's listened to this, 3 years down the line and goes, oh yeah, he did say this, that, and he did that, then fair enough. I'll address it in future if I do see something, but as of right now, I've not heard or seen anything myself. As I say, the video itself is comical. The reason I believe I have a right to speak on this is because I was taught from a very young age how to apologize. Assuming you're the person that made a mistake, you let everyone calm down, you never find them, you tell them, I'm sorry. And you got to be genuine as well. You got to understand why you did what am I trying to say? Why what you did was wrong, and then you apologize, and then you show some remorse and that you want to make up for it, and then you make sure that you never make that same mistake again. But Travis isn't the only person that's led me to want to speak about this. You see it all the time with YouTubers, streamers, any kind of social media personality. Whenever they do something wrong, they say the wrong word, or they offend someone, or something as small as overpricing their merch. People will apologize for all these kind of things, whether they genuinely believe they owe everyone an apology or they're just doing it to save face and hoping that they don't get cancelled. Whatever the reason, they are always terrible. But then again, you're only going to hear about the terrible ones. Because if someone makes a mistake, everyone gets angry. And then if they give a genuine apology and maybe even start doing something to show that they are genuinely sorry, maybe, I don't know, giving people a refund for a terrible show or a refund for their terrible merch or overpriced merch, whatever it is, everybody's just going to calm down and be happy again and go, okay, you made a mistake, but you made up for it, let's move on. You're not going to hear about it. There's no story there. But you only hear about the people that make a mistake. As I say, everyone gets angry and then they make a terrible apology video or even just a statement on Twitter or a post on Instagram, and then everybody's even more angry because if someone struggles to show remorse or genuine regret for whatever they've said or done, then it comes across as if they don't care and that they're happy they made that mistake or they have no desire to fix the problem that they caused. And when the whole social media boom started, you could understand a lot of people making mistakes because it's a lot of young people. They're getting money and fame really, really quickly, and they're making mistakes that any young person in that position would. And then the apology afterwards is also terrible because they're young and inexperienced, and you can kind of go some ways to explain it. But now in 2021, the amount of mistakes that people have made and the amount of times that they've fucked up their apologies, you'd think everyone, whether you're young or old, been famous for a short time or a long time, you think everyone would know how furious the public is going to be if you don't come across genuinely remorseful for whatever it is you've done. And what's even worse is most of these people have management teams, and then even more so social media teams, and even further, they're actually media trained. So whenever they get asked questions or put in certain positions, supposedly they've been taught exactly how to act, exactly what to say, so that they can't get in trouble. They don't really come across positively, just more neutral, and that way you don't get any bad publicity and nothing you say can be twisted into something worse. However, it still happens, and a prime example with a mainstream star like Travis Scott coming out and, as I say, rubbing his eye and covering his face, looking like he's recovering from a hangover, and it's a cameo. He's been paid to do something, he's been paid to say something that he doesn't really want to, he doesn't really care about, and he just looks completely disinterested in what he's doing. And it completely baffles me that it was allowed to go out, and the fact that my man slapped a black and white filter on it like he's a 13-year-old whose goldfish has died, and they're putting it on Snapchat. Like, oh my gosh, Travis, what were you thinking? But as I say, again, he's not the only one. It happens all the time, and I cannot fathom how no one is. Maybe I'm in the wrong industry. Maybe I should actually just go into social media management. I could look after all these people, teach them how to apologize, and to show the public that when someone makes a mistake, that's not the problem. The problem is how they act afterwards. But it isn't just about famous people, because we all make mistakes. We're all human. And when you're a normal person, if you make a mistake, most of the time it's only going to affect the people you care about, friends, family. So it's important to know how to apologize, show some remorse, show that you want to make up for it, whether it's something you said that has offended them, something you've done that has hurt them. Now, if you don't think that you've done something wrong, then that's absolutely fine. I'm a huge advocate of people standing up for themselves, and I don't think it's done enough. And that's as frustrating as a bad apology, because again, it means that you're not genuine. And that's what the main thing is. As long as you're being genuine about any situation in life, and you're giving your true opinion, and you're showing how you really feel, everyone's going to appreciate that. It doesn't mean they're going to agree with you. It doesn't mean what you've done is right or wrong, but people are going to understand a lot more, and because of social media, we just don't get that these days. We don't get enough understanding of one another. How can you understand someone who's sent you a text as well as if you can see them face to face? I guess that's going into a separate issue, as I like to do. So whether you go on to become famous and make a mistake and you got hundreds of thousands of people calling for you to be cancelled, or you're just a normal person that pisses off friends or family or a partner, I just don't want them to think you didn't mean it when you apologized. So God bless, and I hope y'all take my advice.